Hi, this is Tamara from mooglyblog.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the Loopy Love blanket. You can find the pattern for the Loopy Love blanket on mooglyblog.com. This video will just show you how the first few rows work, in case you're having trouble with the written pattern. The different sizes for this pattern can be found within the written pattern itself. There are 7 different sizes listed. This is a very small swatch. It has 17 chains. I'm using an eye hook and sport or DK weight yarn. This would be yarn symbol 3 or a light yarn. Now what I'm going to do is make a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. I like to work into the back hump of the chains, but you can work into whichever part works best for you. Then I am going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to double crochet in the same chain as that single crochet I just made. Okay, then I skip the next 2 chains, 1, 2, and repeat what I just did. Work a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet in that same stitch as the single crochet. And this is the repeat that I'll make on down the row. Skip 2, single crochet in the next, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet in that same chain, and continue on with a skip 2. I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, so I've come to the end of row 1. There are 3 chains left. I'm going to skip the next 2 chains and work a single crochet right in the very last chain. Now, before I finish that stitch, I'm going to go ahead and switch to color B. In this case, it'll be the darker pink. So rather than yarning over and pulling through to finish that single crochet, I'm going to yarn over and pull through with the next color. Okay. Then I'm going to very carefully chain 3, being careful not to pull that color B on up out of where we've just joined it in. When we weave in these ends later, that'll tighten it right up too. Instead of a chain 3, if you like, you can work a chainless starting double crochet, and that is a tutorial that's available as well on my YouTube channel and on my blog. I will have it linked in the blog post. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to start row 2. I've just made the chain 3, and then I'm going to single crochet in the next chain 3 loop. Okay, then I chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and work a double crochet in that same chain 3 loop. As you can see right there, I've got the chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, double crochet right in that first loop. Then in each loop to the end, I'm going to work a single crochet, chain 3, double crochet. I will repeat that sequence in each loop until I get to the last one. So I'll see you at the end of this row. Alright, so we've come to the end of row 2, and I have 1 loop left from row 1. What I'm going to do here is go ahead and single crochet in that last loop, then I'll chain 2 and work a double crochet in the single crochet that started out the previous round. And that's the end of row 2. But I'm going to switch colors again, so rather than yarning over and pulling through, I'm going to pull up the 3rd color. Yarn over and pull through with that one. Snug those little ends down. As I say, when you weave in, those will tighten right up. Then from here, I'm going to chain 1 and work a single crochet in the first stitch, that top of that double crochet we just made. Then I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and work a double crochet, not into the top of that double crochet from the last round, but into the chain 2 loop. Then from there, it's the same way as we were doing before. We work a single crochet, chain 3, and double crochet in each of the loops to the end. So I'll see you at the end of row 3. Okay, so we've come to the end of row 3. I have worked the single crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the last full loop, Then we've got that chain 3 or chainless starting double crochet we made at the beginning of round 2. What we're going to do here is work a single crochet right into the top of the turning chain or the top of the chainless starting double crochet, depending on which method you did. Okay, so we've made our single crochet. I didn't finish it because once again I'm going to change colors. Because you're working with 3 colors, every time you come to the end of the row, the right one is going to be there waiting for you. So I'll drop that, pull up color A, in this case the light green, yarn over and finish the last stitch of row 3 with that color. Now from here on out for the rest of the pattern, you're just going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 over and over again. So for instance, we would chain 3 or chainless starting double crochet and then single crochet in the next chain 3 loop and start our pattern from there. Chain 3 and double crochet. And you can see when I come to the end of this row, row 4, the next color, the dark pink, will be there waiting for me to be picked up again. You just want to float the colors right along the side like this. You don't want it to be too tight where it's pulling the sides together, and you don't want to be too loose where it's flopping out. If you pull the stitches up nice and straight, it should be just about snug. Now you might wonder what we're going to do with these, but when you get to the end of the pattern, what you're going to do is work an edging, and when you single crochet around those sides, that will cover those floats so that you don't see them in the finished blanket. So for more about this pattern and to get information on all the sizes you can make with it, please visit mooglyblog.com. Thanks for watching.